Emergency command protocols flood the android brains of a trio of Necron Warriors. A voice calls from the shadows, urging them to secure the Necron's facilities' inner sanctum. The Space Marines must not be allowed to breach the stasis chambers of the Necron nobility.
Hey there guys, welcome back for another Warhammer 40,000 Imperium playthrough. This week we are playing through issue 7 and you can check the card in the corner for the magazine review for this week's issue, as well as a card on how I paint this guy, a Blood Angels Assault Intercessor. So there he is. You want to check him out, look right there. So I'll be using the this guy and the Ultramarine from a previous video. I could use my Dark Angels, but I thought, you know what, let's just play them as, get some extra colour and some extra models on the table. So remove that from my trial run. Right, the Space Marines are making their way through the Necron facility. 2 Assault Intercessors against 3 Necron Warriors. The objective of the Necrons is to have 1 Necron Warrior in contact with the objective marker at the start of their turn. The Space Marines have to either destroy the Necrons or at the start of the end of the Necron 5th turn. I think it was the end. Let's check that again. So if the Necrons haven't got there by their 5th turn, then the Necrons will lose. So they have to be in base contact by their 5th turn to win, otherwise Space Marines win. So obviously you can see the setup here. We've got the objective marker on E, Space Marine in each corner, Necron on A and B, and 1 in the middle. So taking a look at the rules here, we've got 4 new highlights. We've got an S, a T, another S, and the heavy bolt pistol. Now what are these? So we are now learning strength and toughness, and this one here is also strength. And the heavy bolt pistol is highlighted because previously when using the Assault Intercessors we only had the chainsword. They've managed to find some ammo and they can now fight with it. So what does this mean? Well, when attacking from now on, we don't automatically hit and we don't automatically wound. Before we were rolling to hit, but we were automatically wounding and then the model would try and save. Now we roll to hit, we will roll to wound, and then your opponent rolls to save. The way that rolling to wound works is if the strength of the weapon you are using, so the Astartes Chainsword's strength is user, so it's 4. Sometimes with some weapons this may say user plus and then something, which basically gives a buff to the strength, so it would be 4 plus whatever is there, but for now it's just user, so 4. The heavy bolt pistol is a 4. You compare the strength to the toughness of the unit you are attacking. So 4 and 4 obviously equal, so you need to roll on a 4 or more, so halfway down the dice. If the strength is greater than the toughness, so if for example this was a strength 5, toughness 4, then you successfully wound on a 3 plus. If this was double, so if this was an 8 or higher and this is a 4, then you get a 2 plus to wound, so you wound on a 2 plus. If it's the other way round and the toughness is higher, then it becomes a 5 plus, making it a little bit more difficult to wound. And if it is more than double or more than the strength, So if the toughness was 8 and the strength was 4, then it would become a 6+, making it very difficult to wound the enemy model. So that's pretty much the new rules for this playthrough. So starting with Space Marines turn 1. Now the range on the pistol is only 18 inches, and I don't think that is going to reach. Now, as I mentioned in the previous video, no pre-measuring. I don't know if that has changed in the rules, but that is how I play. Just to keep fairness, you can't determine range until you declare a shot, and obviously you then can't change if it turns out that you're not within range. So Space Marines turn, they are just going to advance. So first of all, the Ultramarine rolls a 5 plus his movement of 6 gives him a total of 11 inches to move, putting us about there. Weird how this model's done, because he's sort of running that way and aiming that way. So you want to make him that way, but now he's running this way. So yeah, that way, but he's aiming over there for whatever reason. Mate, over this way. But you keep doing that. Next guy up there, the Blood Angel. A 3 plus his 6 is 9. And so you move him 9 inches. Now, that's the movement phase over. Into the shooting phase. I'm going to take this Space Marine and shoot at the Necron just on the edge of the board here. I'll tell you what, we'll pull that over here, seeing as I'm not likely to use this back edge so much now, and you can see the board there until they move. So we've got 18 inches on the pistol, plenty of range, so it is in range. I'm measuring because I have declared a pistol, or the Space Marine needs to roll a 3+, and you compare that with the ballistic skill. So 3 or more, and the pistol is a 1, so 1 shot. I meant 1 shot, not 1 on the dice, but okay, so that shot failed, so miss. We'll do the same with the Space Marine up there, shooting at this guy, and again we will measure because obviously he's a little bit further back, but we can see that that is within range. So again, 1 shot needing 3s or more. Much better, gone completely the other way. So that is a hit. Now we'll get this down here. So he's hit him. We now compare the strength of 4 against the warrior's toughness of 4, meaning we need a 4 or more to wound, comparing that on the wound roll chart. So 4 or more, and Necron will receive a wound if he fails to save that is 5. So he's shot the Necron Warrior, he's hit him. Now the Necron Warrior gets to make a save. And the Necron Warrior needs 4s or greater. And he rolls a 3, so he's failed. He receives a wound, and he only has 1 wound, so he dies. So as I mentioned, Living Metal is a really cool Necron ability. Warriors don't get it because they only have 1 wound. So Necron Warrior gone. Had he rolled a 4 that he needed, it still wouldn't have been enough because the pistol has a -1 AP, and that would have taken it down to a 3, which would have failed. But he rolled a 3 anyway, which takes it down to a 2 because of the AP, and he failed miserably. So there we go. Space Marines turn done. Or is it? We now move on to the charge phase. Now, this Space Marine is not going to reach anything. I'm not going to roll for him because he can only get up to 12, and that's probably about 17 inches, 16 inches. So we'll try and get this Ultramarine onto this warrior, see if we can make it. No. So no, he's not charging either. And that is the end of the Space Marine's turn. Necron Warriors, let's get them up the table. We need to get them onto this one. I think we are going to advance that guy 8 inches. That's his 5 plus the 3 that we just rolled on the dice. Let's him move about 8 inches towards the objective. And we'll do the same for the guy down here. 4 plus his 5 gives us 9, so he's got the extra inch there. And I bet he brags about that all the time. There we go. So, moving on to the shooting phase. Now, the Necrons have rapid fire 1. And I did say last game, or the last episode, that I didn't think there was a rapid fire 1. Turns out there is. So, rapid fire 1. Now, rapid fire means if you are within half the range. I do believe that's what that was. Yes, double the attacks if in half the range. So we can see here that shooting at this guy was 7 inches. And it has a range of 24. So he's going to shoot at this guy here. In fact, both of them will. He's obviously within range as well. Only just. But yeah, he's within range. So we'll do that for both of them. So 2 dice for this guy first. And we'll do it at the same time. So 2 dice for the other guy as well. Because they are rapid fire 1, you double the attacks. And they needed 3s or more. Now I do believe Necron Warriors actually have a ballistic skill of 4. And it has been dumbed down a little bit. Or made a little bit stronger. Because they were fighting Space Marines. And there's only 3 of them. So, 2 hits. Now we need to roll for wounds. And again, the strength of this weapon is a 4. And the toughness of the Space Marine is 4. So we need 4s or more. So, he's successfully saved on 1 and not on the other. And the weapon has a -1 AP. So that becomes a 4. Still enough to save. And he would have saved on both, but this becomes a 2. So this fails. He needed 3s or more, so this fails. So he receives 1 wound. And he has 2 wounds. So he is now down to 1 wound. That's the Necron's turn over. I think what we will, at least that phase over, that's the shooting. Now, do I want to get them into melee? It doesn't say anything on here for melee for them on their stat sheet, so that will make it a little bit difficult. So we will keep them to shooting for now. They've forgotten how to do melee attacks. So, that's the end of Necron's turn 1. Space Marine's turn 2. This guy here is going to fire at this guy here. So we've got 1 dice because it's a pistol. Hits on a 3. Now we know the pistol is a strength 4. The Necron is a toughness 4. So we need 4s to wound. And he fails. Lucky Necron. Same with the guy up there. He's going to shoot this guy here. So needing 3s to hit. That hits with a 4. Needing 4s to wound. And he wounds him. Now the Necron needs to save on a 4+. Minus the 1 for the AP. Minus 1 AP. So he actually needs to save on a 5+. And he does it. So that wound bounced off his armour. Ka-ching! Flew off in whatever direction. And he's fine. But the intercessors, they're not stopped there. This guy's going to charge. Now, I know what I forgot. I should have advanced him or moved him, done something, got him closer. Didn't think about it. I am terrible for doing that. Here we go. 5. And 6 inches away. He can't even charge him. Oh. Let's have a look. I think, yeah, we'll see if we can get a 12 on that guy. I doubt it. 8 inches, and that's not going to be enough because, there we go, doesn't even get near him. So, no, nothing there. Necron's turn 2. Again, they are going to advance. They are just going to try and push through. So we have a movement stat of 5 plus the 3 of the dice is 8 to there. Next guy, same again. 8 to there. I think what we'll do now is have this Necron fire at this guy, this Necron fire at the other one. So we'll resolve this first. So 2 dice because it's within half the range of the weapon's range. Both hit. So we roll to wound, again needing 4s. 1 wound, and the Space Marine saves on a 3+, but he will need a 4 or more because of the -1 AP on the Gauze Flayer. And he fails. Bye bye Smurf. That's that guy gone. Necrons could actually pull this through. We're going to resolve, or we're going to shoot at the top there. Again, 2 dice because it's within half range. Both hitting as he needed 3s or more. Now we need 4s or more to wound. And we've got 1 4 there and a miss. So the Space Marine saves on a 4+ because he does have a 3+, but we have the -1. And he saves it. That Marine's a little bit lucky up there, isn't he? And that there is the end of the Necron's turn. They're not going to charge at him because they're trying to make their way for the objective here. I could have this one charge up and tie him up, but then he'll obviously jump out at the end of that and try and shoot them anyway. So, Space Marine's turn. What we're going to do is move him down close to here. That is less than the 6 inches that he can move. He's within that. He's outside of the 1 inch range. Remember, you have to keep a gap of 1 inch between them. He's going to shoot his pistol. So we're now entering the shoot phase. He hits him. He needs a 4+ to wound, and he fails. So again, clinks off his skeleton. So that's the end of the shooting phase. Now we move into the charge phase. 2 dice, charge the total distance, 5 inches. I'm pretty sure he makes that. So he's going to go and give him a hug. Sorry about shooting at you, mate. It's alright, buddy. So, melee. He has 2 attacks. So we roll 2 dice, and we need 3s or more. Both hit. Right. Now we're comparing the toughness a little bit different and the strength. We are using the strength of the Assault Intercessor, not his weapon. Although we use his weapon's strength, and his weapon strength says user, so it's the Marine's strength, which is 4. So 4 strength, 4 toughness means we need 4s to wound. Both wound. So the Necron now needs to get 4s or more to save. The Chainsword has a -1 AP, making it 5 or more. And he saves 1, fails the other. He only has 1 wound, so he is slaughtered. I bet he's feeling a bit betrayed after that hug and then being stabbed there. But okay, that's the end of Space Marine's turn. Necron's turn. Again, sprint it there, mate. 5 plus the 5 that he gets is 10 inches. That puts him right on it. There we go. He's going to spin round and shoot at the Space Marine. And again, he's within that half range, so he gets 2 shots. Both hit as he needed 3s or more. And now we need 4s to wound. So 1 wound and 1 bounces off the Marine's armour. And the Space Marine does his armour protect him enough. He needs 3s or more. A 4 minus the 1 AP takes it down to 3, and it's still a save. That Necron was lucky. Nothing else he can do. He's not obviously going to charge off the base at the Marine. He's going to stay there. So it's now Marine's turn. So the Marine, he's going to do the same thing. He is going to advance and get close to that warrior. 6 plus his 6 inches means that he can get right up, keeping that 1 inch gap. He is going to shoot 1 dice, a 4. So 4 hits. He needs a 4 to wound. Nice little wound there. And the Necron needs to save this on a 4, 5 or 6. So 5 or greater. That's the end of the Necrons. So Space Marines did it again. Go on, Space Marines. So that there, guys, is the end of the playthrough. Now, as per usual, set up again, swap sides, and play through it again. See if you can do better than what your opponent did. So whoever lost, do better with the other side and try and win. But any of you playing as the Necrons, see if you can get a win. In fact, that will be the challenge for this week. Comment down below if you have played this playthrough and won with the Necrons. In fact, we will have that every week. We will have you play through and let me know who won or who won the most times, Necrons or Space Marines. And we'll see if we can keep a sort of a running tally of who seems to do better in battles. But that is the end of the video, guys. Thank you ever so much for joining me. If you've enjoyed the video, hit that like button. It's important that you do, as it will determine whether or not we will have more of these episodes from issue 11 onwards. Though I am enjoying doing them, so I may continue anyway. If you've not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Get friendly, get chatting below, ding that notification bell, and you'll get notifications of when new videos go live every Wednesday for the Imperium magazine, and then every now and then obviously I throw in the odd video here and there. But Imperium magazine is every Wednesday. If you have recently subscribed, then a huge warm welcome to the inner circle. Thank you ever so much for your support. But until next time, guys, take it easy. Keep painting those minis.